Hey guys, I'm in the car today and I want to go over a very basic technique of how to shift in order to minimize the chances of money shifting and increase your consistency and chances of hitting the gear you want. However, if you miss the gear that you want, we want to increase the chances of accidentally going into a higher gear versus a lower gear. This technique is probably taught in most countries where you need to learn how to drive manual. In the US, it is not a requirement to learn how to drive manual to get your driver's license. You can take your test in any car. So this is never taught. In fact, I've done 3 BMW sanctioned HPDEs and not once has anybody talked to me about proper shifting technique. To be fair, there's probably only 5% of the people that show up to that event still driving a manual. I get it. But this is something that my friend Andy showed me all the way back in like 2007, 2008. It was a video that some guy made, and I'd like to share that with my US friends or other countries that don't get taught how to drive manual correctly. What is money shifting, first of all? Money shifting is when you're coming down in the second, for example, and you want to hit third, but you accidentally go back in the first. Let the clutch out, boom, over rev, you're done. Another example is, say you're in fifth, you're trying to downshift in the fourth, but you accidentally come all the way down the second, let the clutch out, boom, you're done. Easy mistake to make, and unfortunately is quite catastrophic. How can we use our hand and the geometry of our arm in order to play in our favor so that if we miss a gear, we're accidentally missing into a higher gear? Well, I'll tell you, it's just this. So when you're shifting, it's not like your arm is all the way out here and you're parallel with third and fourth gear. That's not how it works. You're sitting in the middle of your car and you are shifting at an angle. Basically what this means is that naturally, when your palm is facing to the left, you're putting natural pressure towards you or to the left. So from first to second, that's fine. However, when you go from second to third, you don't want to grip it like this because you're adding pressure towards first gear. So if I miss third gear, which I'm not saying the chances of missing third gear is high. There's people who, shift totally bonkers and have no issues. Like there's times where you have something in your right hand, and I'm sure all of you guys have experienced shifting with your left. And you didn't money shift, right? This isn't a huge issue. It's just good practice to start trying. So instead of having my hand this way and accidentally hitting first, I want to rotate my hand and make contact on the bottom of my palm and the bottom of the shift knob. What this does is that when I push forward, I am putting no pressure to the left in the third, which means that if I miss third, I'm going into fifth, which is detrimental to your lap time, but not detrimental to your car. So once again, going from second to third, or from say fourth to fifth, or sixth to seventh, if you are so lucky, instead of grabbing it like this or like this, in the middle of your palm, bottom of the palm, away from you. Now, how do you go from third to fourth? Fifth to sixth? Instead of grabbing it like this, trying to go into fourth and accidentally hitting second, backhand in the fourth. Similarly, palm in the fifth. And if you have sixth, backhand in the sixth. The backhand is very comfortable. Sometimes people ask me, is that how you normally shift? Yeah, it's very comfortable. It looks a little unorthodox, but just try it out. You'll see that the movement is fluid. So once again, first down the second, palm to the left because you want to be in the farthest left gear. Now, when you're going to the right, you don't want any pressure to the left. So we're palming in the third, backhanding in the fourth, palming in the fifth, backhanding in the sixth if you have it, palming in the seventh if you have it, and so on and so forth. Now, when you're in fifth gear, how do you downshift in the fourth? Well, like I said before, having your palm facing this direction adds natural pressure this way. So you would think you'd just grab it in the fourth. Nope. Backhand in the fourth. Even though you're coming this direction, you still want the pressure to be airing on the higher gear. So if we miss fourth, we don't want to come in the second. If we miss fourth, we accidentally want to go in the sixth. I don't have a sixth, so this is actually fourth. So same technique when we're downshifting, backhand in the fourth. So can you guess how I'm going to downshift from fourth to third? Palm in the third. Same reason. If I accidentally miss, I go in the fifth, not first. Now from third to second, obviously, grab it normally because you want all the pressure to the left. Come in the second. Same with first. Palm all the way over. So all the way through, I'll go all the way up and all the way down. First, second, palm to third, backhand to fourth, palm to fifth, backhand to fourth, palm to third, grab to second, grab to first. Now I know that seems very basic, and once again, I'm sure lots of you guys have either read this or were taught this, but once again, you know, here in the US, we don't get taught this. And I think that this is fundamental to the survivability of your car, especially when you start taking it on track. But I'll tell you, this is exactly how I shift on the street as well. And it's just good practice. That being said, caveat, obviously, there are times where I'm being lazy. I do this common 2-finger over the top from 3rd to 4th. Little sticky, but the same concept applies. Even though I'm only grabbing this with 2 fingers, my palm is facing to the right so that I'm not adding pressure this way. I'm adding pressure away from me. And that's it. Very simple. You'll get so used to it, it'll be second nature, and I promise you, you won't money shift. My guarantee is not worth anything, but I felt like saying that. So I hope that helps you out. Have fun. Don't money shift your cars, and be safe. The only thing left to do is to recreate one of my favorite videos from junior high and high school. Wanna take a ride in my Type R K20? It's too cold in the garage for this.